Hey, State of Mind with Coach E.
Hey, Rick and Thad.
TTA, baby.
Yeah. What's up with it, everybody, man? It feels good to be back, man. Hey, so, I see that you guys like quick videos, so I'm not gonna hold you none of that. We finna get straight to it, you feel me? Shout out to everybody who's doing their thing, man. Basketball season is officially here. Some dope high school games going on right now, man. Shout out to Whitehall, Josh Hayes, I'm sorry. Shout out to the North Little Rocks. Just everybody out there doing their thing, man. It's gonna be some heat. Little Rock Central, man, it's some heat going on out here, man. Shout out to Central Arkansas. Shout out to Parkview High School, man, doing their thing, made it to the championship, man, back to back. That's major right there, man. Been seeing a lot of statuses, man, about, we should be getting behind them and all that. But, we're not here for that, so it is what it is, man. Hey, salute to all the people out there doing their things, man. I know I might be a little Central Arkansas bias, and that's cool. The Little Rock, North Little Rock area, period. But, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get on here and just break down everything because we here to talk about girls basketball. And you heard me right. Girls basketball. Man, I don't know if I'm going to lose, maybe 2 or 3 of my 5 followers or whatever, man, when I get done saying this, man. But this has to be said. Girls basketball. Yes, sir. So let's get to it, man. Let's take a walk down memory lane. You are from Fordyce. I'm just playing. I ain't gonna even mess with you like that. I'm joking. It's a Fordyce and Warren thing. That's why I had to joke with him. I didn't want to take it too far. I want to jump on it. Warren, Arkansas. Rich tradition in football. Excellence. That's one city that does not play about football. Friday night lights. Let's talk about the beginnings. Wrestling. It's not good. Just tell me how you feel in the comments. I post this on YouTube at Dog Life Network, DAWG, Dog Life Network, or holler at me on Facebook at Coach Elwin. Matter of fact, you see the tabs at the bottom, man. Or, follow us on Instagram at TTA Bulldogs 2031 or Coach E at TTA. Well, Coach _E _TTA. And man, get with me and let me know how you feel because girls basketball is just horrible. I don't have nothing else to say. Like I said, they're behind on dribbling. They're behind on effort. They're behind on will. They're behind on whatever you want to say that it takes to win a game. They're behind. Another thing, I feel like middle school basketball coaching is already kind of trash. Not to hate on nobody, but I just feel like a lot of times in Arkansas, we don't take the middle school part serious, and that's where we put the science teachers at. Like even when you go to some of these middle school games, you'll see a middle school teacher walk out there half dressed, but then like if the 9th and 10th graders or junior varsity and up play, that's when you start seeing the jogger suits, coaching attire. Man, just some of these rules and some of these philosophies that I'm hearing that don't sit well with me. That also plays a part. In basketball, the development of these girls. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into and disrespect nobody, but I have a list of coaches that I personally sit and watch, and I just be like, this is crazy. Like, who's teaching this? They're not even teaching, that dog or trying to unlock it, should I say. You might can't teach dog, but they're not even trying to unlock the dog in these kids. These coaches are teaching robots and I don't know. But, hey, man, this your favorite coach, Coach E. I didn't ramble long enough. I just had to throw this out there because there's most definitely we're in a state of emergency in girls basketball. But salute to all my coaches who actually got out there and got it out the mud. Like my guy Reggie, man. Reggie McGee. Wonderful things with the girls. Petey, a.k.a. Ed Durham. Kelso. Man, I can name a lot of girls coaches. Ro Johnson, I see what you're doing. I ain't gonna lie. You actually doing some transformations over there. I'm with you. The Rebels. I would like to see them travel a little more. But Hey, I ain't gonna lie. They got some talent over there. I could just the Banshees, like I said, man, my guy Coach Day, he did some miracles. Man, I could just name a few people who done some great things. If I left your name out, I'm sorry. It's just on the spot. Just if you know you great, you great. Hey, tag yourself. Hey, but anyway, man, it's your favorite coach, Coach E. Try to keep it under 20 minutes. Holla at your guy, man. I appreciate everybody.
Hey, state of mind with Coach E.
Yes, yes, sir. We back with it, man. And I'm excited. All right, man, let's get to it, man. Girls basketball. I'm just gonna be honest with you. When it comes to talking about middle school ball, grassroots program, as of right now in the state of Arkansas and a few other states that I had the pleasure to watch it or keep up with it, seeing different Facebook videos or watching streams and everything, girls basketball is at an all-time low. I'm gonna feel bad for saying this, and I don't want to, lash back on it, but it sucks. I've never seen a sport take such a hit the way I seen girls basketball. Now, that might not be saying much to some of y'all, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's cool. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But for me, in my eyes, I've never seen a sport take such a big hit the way girls basketball has. Actually, I'm watching volleyball increase at a tremendous rate. Now, that's just based off the fact that as a former girls basketball coach and just talking to other coaches, volleyball is actually becoming so popular now. Everybody is doing it. Even the big, tall girls. It doesn't matter. Like, everybody is switching over to volleyball. Softball, I never kept up with it, but I see how popular it is. That's not a sport that girls typically leave like you see in basketball. You even see more girls even outside or whatever playing recreational softball and even receiving proper training. And what's crazy to me is softball is way more expensive than girls basketball. Volleyball and softball are probably like the two most expensive sports that you could put your kids in. Yet you have girls basketball where I didn't see even my program 200, 250, and we're playing like 16, 17 tournaments, in little scrimmages here and there, training twice a week. I mean, it's crazy. But let's get to it, man. Girls basketball has officially became the doormat of sports. Man, it's pitiful. My daughter, she's currently in the 9th grade, and I would like to think that my daughter is a pretty good basketball player. But even for her, her last game wasn't a great outing. But at the same time, with her being one of the star players, if not the star player, I would try to keep it respectful. Even with her having a bad game, it was just close. Like, they should have been beat. It's crazy, like the mistakes that are allowed to happen in middle school girls basketball, even grassroots programs. I remember when I was coming up, you always had, teams here and there who would have one or two good players. You would see names, they'll pop up here. Girls basketball was pretty competitive back then because a lot of times girls want more, they weren't they're not athletic as boys, but, when they play with boys, they'd be a little gritty and grimy and, aggressive and, they would just approach the sport from another, from a different standpoint than anybody else. Fact of the matter is, you're probably on the verge of, seeing the ending of girls basketball as we knew it. Not know it, but knew it, because it's pretty bad now. I don't believe we'll ever see another Shakina Strickland come out of Arkansas, or it's hard to say because we do continuously have 4 or 5 good girls in a high school time span, and you know what I'm saying. So I can't really say that, but as a whole, these teams are getting bad. I was at a 9th grade game. These girls are still walking and doubling, and I was watching girls who were literally catching the ball and had to stand there and think about what they were going to do next. And it still led to a travel, a walk. The fouls are horrible. Girls basketball is just pretty much the WWE now. it's sad and it's crazy now. Like I'm losing my thoughts on what I wanted to say because I don't understand where we went wrong. Um, I noticed that girls don't have the same patience or tolerance that they once had for this sport. That's why you see a lot of girls flocking to softball and volleyball. I just feel like the fact that we're in the era now where everything is given and this sense of entitlement um, is being created. It's ruining the game of basketball for girls. Girls don't want to work hard anymore. I'm not speaking for every girl, but what I am saying is, as a whole, I don't care who you are and how much you want to disagree with me. If you go to any middle school games, you have to admit that it's trash. It's pitiful. Um, I'm even seeing girls who don't even want to shoot the ball no more. You know, girls were always known for being able to shoot. They would swing the ball and man, to shoot your lights out. And you're not seeing that anymore. Um, like literally, in these 7th, 8th, 9th grade girls seem like they just playing lazy. They don't want to work hard. They miss a shot, they're checking out. And you know, it's for my older coaches, you know, you probably can say, oh, well, it's been like that. And that's cool, but it's never been like this to this magnitude. I'm sorry, I'm not that young. Girls are just not competitive anymore. They don't want it. They don't care if they win. They don't care if they lose. I seen the team get blowed out by 30 points and they just went in there and got chewed out and walked out and started, you know what, 9th grade, 8th grade. Came out the locker room laughing and playing. Like they don't care. There's no sense of embarrassment anymore. I'm watching girls do crazy stuff and putting their hands over their face in the middle of a game. Like you just standing there. I don't understand. And, you know, like I said, I mostly speak for Arkansas. I'm in Arkansas. Um, I wonder what could be done to bring back the prestige of girls basketball, the honor, the respect, the grit, the grind. Just what could we do? Because I'm even starting to see a lot of women coaches start coming over to the boys to work with them because they feel like, hey, you know, boys won't waste your time. I mean, you have the teams like the Mavericks, you know, BW girls coming up over there with Kelso, Ro Johnson, she's coming. With Ro Johnson Elite, I think you still have the Banshees. I mean, you still have some valid teams here that are doing great jobs. I think TJ and them had the Sugar Bears. Well, I think they're with the Mavericks now. Shout out to Coach Tasha Crane. Tasha Williams, I'm sorry. Man, there's still a few teams, but as a whole, I don't understand where we went wrong. Maybe we need to start focusing on girls basketball a little bit more. Two, I look at the parents. You see your kids out there in the 9th grade doubling and walking, and you got the audacity to holler at the refs. No, that's not how this works. I have to give the refs a break. Yeah, you can say when you're being Coach E, you're being biased towards the refs because you ref. But let's be honest. Why does the ref supposed to? Well, I mean, why would the ref call a foul for everything when we know this is pretty much the level of skill and ability that you're going to get out these young ladies? I mean, let's just be realistic. If the refs call foul every time that a foul occurred, the game wouldn't even make it to halftime. Everybody would fall out. I mean, be fouled out. I mean, let's just be honest. When you're reffing, there's a little thing that we do. We have a pregame, you know, well, just pregame. We talk about what we're looking for, what to expect, and we talk about the skill level that we're doing. And, you know, unfortunately, these are real conversations. You have to understand that as a ref, we're not trying to be there at 3 a.m. So what I'm saying is, if the ref is letting your daughter walk, double foul, punch, chokehold, whatever, you have to respect that when it happens on the other end. Because at the end of the day, man, you just don't understand how much of a strain it is on refs to ref middle school games. The ball barely make it cross half court. They just dribble in front of them. These girls are not putting in the effort. They don't care. And it's like, man, it's just a bunch of ripping and running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So parents, I really feel like if you're the parent of a girl hooper in the middle school, you have to do better because this is not it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the parents I seen hollering in the crowd for some of these kids, you really just need to be quiet. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, it's nobody's fault but yours and your child. I don't know what to say, but I do want to pose a question for all my listeners and followers or people who watch. What do you think could be done to change this before it's too late? Because in my personal opinion, it's too late. I think it's done. But I don't know all, I don't know. But I mean, I just look at the direction it's going. You do have special talents like, and I'm speaking just for middle school. You do have the Morgans, the Jamirs, the McKenzies. You have the Chrislands. You have, the Laylas. You have, it's a few names out there, and I hope, I can. Was it Mia out there in Bryant? Man, you have some great. You have like some good. Ava, and Mom Mel. The other young. Well, she's 10th grade now. I mean, I can name names of girls who I know, who are special talents in middle school. But the thing is, it's hard to appreciate what they're doing when you're doing it amongst people who have almost the same skill set as the cones. And I hate to sound like I'm being disrespectful and talk bad about kids because Lord knows that's not my goal. I don't like talking about kids, especially people who get up and, try and do their best. But what I am saying is these girls have been just left out there, and it seems like nobody, wants to take the time to actually invest the time into getting these girls, the atmosphere, the culture of girls basketball to where it needs to be. I see a lot of open runs, but it mostly be for boys. When I was coming up, girls love playing with boys. You don't see that anymore. That's rare. A lot of times the girls basketball teams that be falling apart. I'm watching girls just quit because they getting pushed too hard, and it's crazy. Like, a lot of these girls have talent. But I will say this. Arkansas has a lot of big names like the Roe Johnsons, the Shakina Stricklands, a lot of those young ladies who play for the She Got Game, like Gabby Ross and a lot of those young ladies over there, man, they're cold. Like Tree, man, there's a lot of talent over there. I think that Arkansas as a whole need a whole makeover for women's sports, basketball. I think it would be dope if the She Got Game League would reach out to some of these middle school kids and actually start holding camps as a whole, not as individuals that's trying to put on for their name, but creating a culture. They can have a She Got Game Junior League, or just, reaching out to some of the best talents and having and scheduling the game for them to play at the She Got Game League in between games. Like, there's many different things that I feel like that these young ladies could do. And I'm not putting the blame on them or trying to just dump responsibility on them, but I'm making a suggestion. A lot of times we sit up and just talk about what's going on, and we never try to figure out a solution. The She Got Game League is actually a dope league. There's a lot of heavy hitters over there. There's a lot of great talent over there. It's a really respectable league. I feel like there should be some type of connection between She Got Game and the younger women. I feel like their stories, their aggressiveness, their grit, their will for the game, their want for the game. If they start mentoring these ladies younger, I feel as a whole, as a league, I feel like that will create a better culture. I speak on this every time I get on this podcast. Arkansas is like light years behind in the grassroots program and middle school program in basketball. But unfortunately, there's always enough talent or big names and on the boys' side to kind of make it look good. But In the girl side, you don't have that. Uh, Crazy thing about that is the resources, and I gotta keep saying this because I'm hoping that maybe one of these episodes, the right people will watch one of them, and if I keep covering it, they'll hear me on one of them, and they'll act. I'm sorry, y'all, I got a lot on my mind today, so I'm a little slow, with my thinking, man. But what I am saying is, we need the gyms, we need the support, we need the staff, we need all these things, man, because at the end of the day, like I said, Arkansas sports is not what's up. Especially when you're thinking about now that the power is in the parents, as far as when they go to public school, people teaming up, creating super teams and going to this school, whatever school they want to. So it's really taking it out the hand of the community now. So what I'm saying is we have to get to a point to where we're creating a pipeline that's developing just a great general class of kids where we can bring back the balance and restore the order when it comes to high school basketball and AAU basketball. But I really feel like we should push for the She Got Game League. And I'm not saying like, oh, we put the blame on them and tag them and act like it's their fault. I'm saying, no, we should really start encouraging and try to sit down and figure out how we can make this work because, like I said, it's not their fault. A lot of those young ladies put in the work that they needed to get to where they was going because there's a lot of former college basketball players. There's some WNBA players in there, and there's some really good former high school players in there. So what I'm saying is I do feel like it'll be beneficial if we create that pipeline for the She Game League, She Got Game League, and connect them and start doing like She Got Game junior camp, She Got Game open runs, and start creating this atmosphere and culture that pretty much start building these mindsets for these young ladies. Because at the end of the day, this ain't it. There's no way that ninth grade so-called superstars still should be doubling and just fouling and it's wrestling. It's not good. Just tell me how you feel in the comments. I post this on YouTube at Dog Life Network, DAWG, Dog Life Network, or holler at me on Facebook at Coach Elwin. Matter of fact, you see the tabs at the bottom, man. Or, follow us on Instagram at TTA Bulldogs 2031 or Coach E at TTA. Well, Coach _E_TTA. And man, get with me and let me know how you feel because girls basketball is just horrible. I don't have nothing else to say. Like I said, they're behind on dribbling. They're behind on effort. They're behind on will. They're behind on whatever you want to say that it takes to win a game. They're behind. Another thing, I feel like middle school basketball coaching is already kind of trash. Not to hate on nobody, but I just feel like a lot of times in Arkansas, we don't take the middle school part serious, and that's where we put the science teachers at. Like even when you go to some of these middle school games, you'll see a middle school teacher walk out there half dressed, but then like if the 9th and 10th graders or junior varsity and up play, that's when you start seeing the jogger suits, coaching attire. Man, just some of these rules and some of these philosophies that I'm hearing that don't sit well with me. That also plays a part in basketball, the development of these girls. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into and disrespect nobody, but I have a list of coaches that I personally sit and watch, and I just be like, this is crazy. Like, who's teaching this? They're not even teaching, that dog or trying to unlock it, should I say. You might can't teach dog, but they're not even trying to unlock the dog in these kids. These coaches are teaching robots and I don't know. But, hey, man, this your favorite coach, Coach E. I didn't ramble long enough. I just had to throw this out there because there's most definitely we're in a state of emergency in girls basketball. But salute to all my coaches who actually got out there and got it out the mud. Like my guy Reggie, man. Reggie McGee. Wonderful things with the girls. Petey, a.k.a. Ed Durham. Kelso. Man, I can name a lot of girls coaches. Ro Johnson, I see what you're doing. I ain't gonna lie. You actually doing some transformations over there. I'm with you. Man, the Rebels. I would like to see them travel a little more, but hey, I ain't gonna lie. They got some talent over there. I could just the Banshees, like I said, man, my guy Coach Day, he did some miracles. Man, I could just name a few people who done some great things. If I left your name out, I'm sorry. It's just on the spot. Just if you know you great, you great. Hey, tag yourself. Hey, but anyway, man, it's your favorite coach, Coach E. Try to keep it under 20 minutes. Holla at your guy, man. I appreciate everybody. And once again, please don't think that I'm downing anybody personally. I don't want nobody to have, take what I'm saying the wrong way or take it to heart. All I'm saying is girls basketball is not what it once was. I don't know if it's all the teams and AAU, the volunteering, coaching, whatever. I don't know. It could be anything. But somewhere there's a big disconnect. These girls are clearly not learning what they should be learning or where they should be at once they hit middle school. Like I said, I even say 8th grade. But all I'm saying is, man, there's something that has to be done. I just want to give you my final thoughts and my disclaimer, because at the end of the day, man, it's bad. Like, it's to the point now where I be watching parents post videos and highlights of their daughters, and I'm not gonna lie, the daughters they are legit, but at the same time, it's like you be watching them steal the ball from girls who clearly can't dribble, and they just jogging up the court half speed because the talent level they're playing not gonna chase them. It's just they're playing kids who have no business on the court, period. So it's like it kind of take away from the footage. You know what I'm saying? The highlight, like that's why I don't post any videos of my daughter. My daughter be having some great games. Like I said, she's already putting 20 up. Her last album was horrible. But I'm saying, like, I don't feel like it does any justice to post videos of her beating, doing Euros or whatever, or shooting jumpers and stealing the ball from girls who are, just don't have no business on the court with them. It was clearly these girls just signed up to play. Like the quality teams are, they don't exist anymore. So, I'm not knocking nobody who posts videos of their kids, and it's not their fault that the other kids are not, prepared like their child is. But at the same time, as a whole, the teams they're playing and the highlights that they're posting, it's horrible to watch. It'd be hard for me to be happy for them, because it's like at this point, and I hate to be unfair, but it's almost like your daughter should have done that against them. You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, when your kids are playing lesser talent their whole life, it's gonna affect them and as far as when it comes to their preparation. But all the good daddies and moms and trainers out there fighting the good fight, keep it up, man. I appreciate everything you're doing. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. And like I said, Coach E ain't hating on nobody. I ain't saying don't post them videos. What I am saying is the credibility is most definitely not credible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'll be wanting to root for some of these girls bad, man. Like, I'll be like, man, that's my dog. They can hoop. But when I just be looking at these, them highlights from the night before at the game, the highlights of the nights before at the game, it just be like, man, I wouldn't have posted it. You get what I'm saying? Because, the LA Sparks ain't gonna post them beating up on, Plastic Tech. I don't know. But anyway, man, I'm out of here, man. I'll let you